І сьогодні ми поговоримо про дуже унікальну країну, і ми маємо можливість з вами безпосередньо поспілкуватися з представником одного з корейських університетів. З нами буде сьогодні працювати пані Ксенія. Пані Ксенія, ви з нами? Доброго ранку.
Так.
Доброго вечора, вибачте. Дякуємо, що ви долучилися сьогодні до нас. І я буквально декілька слів хочу сказати, чому Корея. По-перше, Корея показала нам диво економічного зростання. За останні декілька років економіка Кореї війшла в економіку найкращих і найрозвинутіших економік світу. Що є важливим, якщо ми хочемо вивчати інновації, хочемо вивчати нові інструменти керування. І вже цього року, як попередніми роками, багато українських студентів почали освіту в корейських університетах. Але цього року були одні з найбільших стипендій для українських студентів. І саме для цього ми запросили пані Ксенію, щоб вона поділилася з нами тими стипендіальними можливостями, які є для наших студентів. Єдине питання, шановні гості, пані Ксенія, на превеликий жаль, не розмовляє українською мовою. Вона може провести з нами презентацію англійською або російською. Будь ласка, хочу запитати, яку мову ми з вами оберемо для презентації пані Ксенії? Моя мова не зміниться протягом презентації. Це англійська. English. Great. Thank you so much, guys. Пані Ксенія, thank you so much. We are more than happy welcoming you today for our webinar. We are glad that our students, I am so happy that our guests today choose English instead of Russian. This what make us more stronger even. Thank you so much. Okay, please, you can share with us your screen and we are ready to... guys, please collect the questions. Шановні друзі, записуйте ваші питання. І в кінці нашої зустрічі ми задамо пані Ксенії всі питання.
So, thank you very much for joining the seminar today. I'm aware that it's a challenging time for you. Let me start then. You can still send your messages or your questions in Ukrainian. I do understand, but I'm not a fluent user of Ukrainian language. You can also send it in English. This is fine, but I will conduct my presentation in English as well. Thank you very much once again for joining us. My name is Ksenia Kolopenko-Yuksel. I am half Polish, half Belarusian, quarter Russian. My parents say that I have a little bit of Ukrainian blood. However, I've spent 18 years abroad so far in South Korea, in Germany, and in Turkey. And at the moment, for the 7th year, I'm working for Wusong University that I'm going to present you today. We are working with Irina for more than 2 years so far, and we already have a student who's studying at the bachelor level at our university. She's quite a successful one. She has got a scholarship and she is taking a course of the SolBridge International School of Business. Let me a little bit explain the structure of the university that we have, and then I will go forward with some news about Korea and list up the programs that we have. So Wusong University, this is the logo. You can go very easy to our website. If you type in Google Wusong University, it will bring you to the website, and there it's very transparent. You can explore all programs and the tuition and scholarship opportunities there. If you go on YouTube and write down, for example, SolBridge International School of Business or Wusong University, you will have a very established channel where you can find information about the programs, campus tour, testimonials from the students, and so on and so on. Our web page on Instagram would be SolBridge.official or Wusong.official. Here there are lots of information too. Please feel free to contact them directly, ask any questions to the guys there, and I'm sure they will be happy to share their experience with you. So Wusong University, it's a very unique university in Korea. We don't do research as it is. We are a practice-oriented school. And this is why in Korea we have number one employment rates, which means that our graduates, 80% of them, including international students, find their jobs in Korea or abroad, outside of Korea, within 3 or 4 months after the graduation. It's a very positive statistics. Within the Busan University, we have, of course, programs that are taught in Korean solely, but today I'm gonna talk about the programs that are solely taught in English. You will have a chance to start learning Korean while joining these programs, but you don't have to know a word in Korean to join the university. Within the university, we have several international colleges, and by colleges, I mean the departments of the university or institutions of the university. How can I explain? The system of the Korean education system is administratively similar to American system. So we don't follow the European system, European credit system, and it's administratively it's organized like an American university. So for example, we have 2 semesters, 2 times you can join the university. You can study also during the semester breaks, and the maximum A+ level at our university would be 4.5. Not like 10 or 1 like in Germany, and the minimum grade would be F, which is equal to 1. We'll talk solely today about programs offered by SolBridge International School of Business and Indigood College of International Studies. I will skip the part about Korea. If you are here, I trust that you know more than a little bit about Korea, just to show you some facts about Korean Peninsula, what we have up to date. So all in all, we have 51 million inhabitants in Korea. Statistics says that we have only 8% of foreigners residing in Korea and on a permanent basis. Among them, I would say 5% are professional expats there working in Korea. However, Korea is attracting foreigners, and after the pandemic, now it's lacking the foreigners in the country, and it hires foreigners very easily, and it gives you opportunity to stay after the graduation for looking for a job for up to 2 years. You can stay in Korea after the graduation with your job seeking visa. At the same time, the GDP per capita in Korea increased, and according to the statistics of the 2021, it's something like almost $35,000 US dollars per person monthly. After the taxes, there would be, say, a young graduate joining a mid-sized corporation, mid-sized company would have something like 2.5 or 2.4 US dollars as a monthly salary, which is quite enough, I guess, to cover your living expenses, plus to save something like at least 1,000 US dollars per month. Let's talk about the location. Please do not be disappointed. We are now located in Seoul, and the capital, Seoul, is here. It's very close to North Korea. You arrive to Korea usually at Incheon Airport here, and this is the 2nd largest city in the country. We are located here just in the middle. Let me show you in Daejeon. It's the 5th largest city of Korea. It's a transportation hub and academic capital of the country, and it's only 1 hour away by the train to the capital. What are the news about Korea after the pandemic? So Korea evolved in terms of economic development. It has been 11th economy of the world 2 years ago. Right now, it's number 10. Biggest economy in the world, given the fact that there are any natural resources in Korea. So all they export, and this is how the economy functions. 65% of GDP they're earning from the export. That means that the export soft products of the export worked very well. For example, those of you who are fond of Korean popular culture, K-pop industry, only one BTS group brought something like $2 billion US dollars in taxes last year. So Korea has a very strong economy. It's also considered as the most innovative country as a result of the last year, and behind Korea would be Israel, would be Switzerland, and all other developed countries. Korean system showed that in the world, if we compare the other network, that the internet has the highest quality and the speediest in the world too. It's also free almost everywhere, in transportation, in subways, at home, public squares, and so on. You can see lots of people working remotely in coffee shops and outside of the buildings in Korea. As for the education system, Korea is #1 in terms of taking the prizes of the world competitions in foreign languages, mathematics, and IT. At the moment, as for the higher education system, university education, it's one of the best in the world, considering quality versus financial investment. Okay, again, this is Korean Peninsula, and we are just in the middle of it. This is the building of one of our departments, SolBridge International School of Business. In the middle, let me talk a little bit about the city and the advantages of the city. First of all, what Koreans like about the city, it's ecologically better than Seoul. The air quality is better. It's economically wise. It's also better, 30–40% cheaper in terms of living expenses compared to the capital. It is, as I said, academic capital of the country. Here you will find 18 major universities located, plus 900 research and development centers, representatives of major world corporations. Some of them are our partners, and this is definitely the Silicon Valley, or Techno Valley as we call it. This is definitely the place for job placement of our graduates. The city is divided into two parts. We have old city and we have new city. New city infrastructure as well as the old city infrastructure, it's similar to any major city in Korea. So transportation is quite cheap. You can still enjoy biking. You cannot do that in the capital because of the huge traffic. You can enjoy subway and any public transportation there. It's warmer than in Seoul, in the capital, and at the same time you can reach any city of Korea within 2 hours by car, within 1 hour and 30 minutes by train. Depends on you. Of course, we have all the retailers, all mass market, and such as Adidas, I don't know, Zara, H&M, and also Korean brands. We have here, what else? Lots of international restaurants and the opera houses. 50 kilometers away from the city, there is the second capital of the country, where lots of ministries are located. So the city is quite developed. Koreans themselves, they consider Daejeon is the most comfortable city to live in Korea. I'll skip this part. The only comment on that is that this is our honorary rector of the university, president of the university. He was twice nominated for Nobel Prize. And because of him, we have lots of international partners. If you join, for example, one of our graduate programs or bachelor program, you have a chance to study abroad up to 1 year. It's because of him, and within Korea, among young people, young graduates of high school, we are considered as top 10 university of Koreans' youth dream universities. As for the international accreditation, well, according to the domestic accreditation, we have the highest one, it's A+. As for the international accreditation, there are many of them. One of the famous ones is AACSB. This accreditation is given to the business schools. Only 5% in the world have it. Last January, we have got an award from this international accreditation. We are considered as #1, the most innovative business school in Asia at the moment. Here comes a very interesting fact. As Irina said, we have lots of opportunities for scholarships. for international students. So we are not a part of Korean governmental program, scholarship program, because all of our programs, almost all of them, are conducted in English. So we don't promote Korean education and Korean language education rather than Asian expertise and international education. But because we are considered is the most international and the most diverse school and university in Korea, we have every 5 years grant, $5 million almost from the Ministry of Education of the Republic of Korea that we have to spend on the scholarship for our students. So all international students, whether they join undergraduate programs or graduate programs, they receive a scholarship. The minimum one would be 30% of the tuition fee. The maximum one would be 100%, where you don't have to pay for the tuition at all. Let's talk a little bit about the faculty, the professors at the university. At the moment, we have the highest number of international professors. Apart from their academic performances and academic achievements, what we'll look at when we hire professors, it's their international expertise and their experience in the industry. Each professor at Plüsum University has from 5 to 20 years of industry experience. So we are sure that they are teaching practice-oriented skills to our students, not only theory. Right now, they are representing 17 countries all over the world. Many of them are studying in more than 3 countries and worked in more than 3 countries. We have Cambridge and Harvard graduates here, Georgia Technical University graduates, and the graduates of the major European and English-speaking countries among our professors. Here are just a little bit of numbers about the university. So the university is quite small if you compare to the major universities in Korea. So we have a little bit less than 1,400 students, including Korean students at the moment on campus. We have 70 nationalities on campus. Be sure that it's not only, one foreigner representing their country and others are Asians. No. For example, last fall, we recruited 3,000 students, including Korean students. Half of them were representatives of 70 countries in the world. It's quite a big number. For Korea, so for example, we have for now finalizing the intake for spring semester, and I have 200 applicants. Half of them are from Europe, from 16 countries in Europe. We have also Ukrainian applicants. I'll talk about that. And as I said, we are number 1 in terms of employment in the country and outside of the country. Okay, finally, let's talk about the bachelor programs. I'll try to explain some of them, the most popular ones. And if you have questions, please send it through the chat box. It can be in Ukrainian, in English, German also possible. If you work in Korean language is fine, so I'll try to address them during the presentation. So all in all, now we have around 14 programs on an undergraduate level, so it's bachelor programs. The duration of the program is 4 years. Within these 4 years, you can take up to 1 year as an exchange period and go abroad to one of our partner university, or you can do a dual degree program. There are more than 46 programs so far. You don't have to decide kind of university abroad, except Korea, you would like to join. You can choose it while joining the program. One of the most popular is, and then this is the program where Ukrainian students study at the moment, it's Bachelor of Business Administration. It's here from SolBridge International School of Business. As you see, there are lots of specializations inside, more than 6. So it's traditionally marketing, finance, management, and entrepreneurship. Also, we have something with IT, it's SMM management or marketing analytics. We also have technology and innovation here, and then sport event management and Korean entertainment industry management we also have. So the graduates of this program will have in their diploma this kind of title, Bachelor of Business Administration, then specialization, one of those, and then the minor or second specialization would be Korean language. The students, again, don't need to know Korean when they join the program, but they can start learning it from zero level. And then by the end of the program, it's going to be advanced level or business Korean, something like this. Another program which is very popular at the moment is this one. It's Artificial Intelligence in Big Data Science program. Here, the students from the second year, they choose where they go, whether they go to artificial intelligence and software innovation programming, or they go to the big data science and all related topics to this one, something like Internet of Things, machine learning, and so on. And by the end of the program, they do the project with one of the research and development centers located in the city. And usually this is their first job placement, place of work after the graduation. The program has a separate budget, $2.5 million from the Ministry of Education to support international students. And traditionally, it's one of our best programs because we started the university from a cyber security college. At the moment, again, all courses here are conducted in English. And in terms of job placement, I guess it's almost number one. You know, here is 100% of employment after the graduation. Another program that is very popular last 2 years is this one, Bachelor of Arts in Media and Communication. This is not journalism. What you do here, you learn how to make any kind of visual or audio content with the digital media. So it's a media production program. Here you can learn how to make scenarios for the cinemas, for documentary, how to make news, how to make music videos for K-pop or for just international bands, social advertising, commercials, and so on and so on. Very practice-oriented programs. It's very popular among Europeans and Indonesian students at the moment. Students enjoy this program very much. So if you or your friends or your kids are interested in media and interested in Korean culture, I guess this is one of the programs that you will be okay to invest. Because, you know, those who know how to produce content professionally using the digital media, they are always well placed in terms of job. Another program quite unique. It's not for everybody, but I can say that this is one of the best programs in Asia and in the world. This one, I highlighted it in red. So it's Culinary Arts and Management. This is not Oriental cuisine or Korean cuisine. The basis of this program is high French cuisine, and the students learning intercontinental cuisine. Here it's all about food industry, starting from the restaurant business, then development of the menus. You can go and find your job in dietology or nutritionology, or you can do food logistics and so on. But the main component, of course, is food service industry. So chefs, sommeliers, pâtissiers, bakery, so on. This program requires 1 year of international internship, and we find for your international internship the last half of the year. This is the last semester that when you do internship, and you do it in 5-star or 4-star hotels, Michelin restaurants, depending on where you're placed, and also depending on your preferences and your performance. Usually the last internship is the job placement. So here is the 100% again of employment. For in the domestic market, for Koreans, there is a quota, and is something like 20 persons per one place. For international students, there is no quota. Here in this program and also this program, this is more about restaurant business. The professors are 95% French, others are international, and among the professors we have Michelin star chefs or chefs that are working for Michelin star restaurants. One more word about the program is that the students, third-year students last year and 2 years ago, they did their internships during the Olympic Games. Well, another one would be probably curious about this program. This is aesthetics plus everything you need to know about hair design, beauty design, nail design, and makeup. 4 years program. If you are into this and you would like then to be an educator in this field or do a business in this field on your own, this is program for you. Again, you can go on the website and explore the curriculum and see what kind of courses you will take during the program. One of the also newest programs for us, it wasn't solely in Korean, now it's in English. So, you can, if you're into the Korean beauty industry, it's a good program for you. Another one related to Korean entertainment industry would be this one. So this is, if this is digital production, then this is producing. What you do here, you promote Korean entertainment industry. Your future job placement would be, for example, any online streaming platforms, something like HBO, Netflix, or departments of Korean Ministry of Sports, tourism and entertainment. They invest a lot in this industry and they hire lots of foreigners for this program too. So, for example, if you are dreaming about music and dance choreography in Korea, then it's a good program to invest because you will have the same networking, but we'll have a very good entertainment management education. Plus, you can still audition yourself for this to participate in the entertainment projects and shows. Well, this is probably all about bachelor programs. We have some traditional programs in hospitality management, global management, and so on. If you have questions, I can cover it later. As for the master programs, so it's usually 2 years in Korea. However, this one, MBA, it's a 1-year program. If you need an MBA program for your portfolio and you're working hard and you don't have lots of time, this is program for you. It's a module program. You can travel during your studies and you'll have your degree in 1 year. It requires 2 years of experience. Other programs have 2 years. They're also in module system, so you can still travel and do remote work or work in Korea with these programs. I would highlight probably this one, financial technology. It's all about IT integrated into financial field, including crypto and Bitcoins. And this one, technology, entrepreneurship, and innovation. The program is very worth to invest because it gives you the opportunity to work on real projects with the future employers. Plus, you'll have a chance for free to study Korean. So if you're thinking about relocating to Korea and find a job opportunity after the graduation, you will have all package, including Korean language. You'll have a chance to do that for free within the program during the 2 years. Again, for 2 years master programs, you have a chance to do dual degree. Right now, the dual degree with American University, Canadian University, and a couple of French universities are very popular. In France, this is Catch, one of the best business schools in the world, and also Burgundy Business School in Dijon. this program is very popular one. If you are aiming to do something above master level, we have PhD programs. International management program is within business school. So you can finish your PhD program for 3 years, which is shorter than usual 4 years program. Basically, this is it. Let's talk about the prices and the scholarship opportunities. Irina, could you please tell me how many minutes do we have so far?
Yes, don't worry, specifically this topic about the scholarship is the most important. You can cover this how long you need. And guys, please prepare the questions, because specifically this topic, I think this is why we are here.
So let me explain the concept of admission scholarship. What is this? You can read about that on our websites very easily. When we say admission scholarship, it doesn't mean that you study for free because of your academic performance and then the university also will pay you. No, in Korea, you don't have a free of charge education. Unfortunately, it's only for those who are winning the governmental scholarships and grants, and the conditions are very strict. It's only, I guess, 1% of all international students in Korea. However, accept our admission scholarship, where you can do after the second semester, if your grades are good, you can apply to Korean government for self-sponsored student scholarship, it's called like this, and get up to $5,000 for 6 months to cover your living expenses. Before I talk about living expenses and other additional fees, let me talk about the payment system in our university. So the motto is like this: the better you study, the less you pay. So here you see the annual tuition, so 1 year tuition, but we collect the tuition per semesters. So divide it into 2, please, when you see this. I did in the table annual one, so you can consider how much at most you're gonna pay per year. However, it's again per semester. Let's take, for example, this program, SolBridge International School of Business, Bachelor of Business Administration. Per semester, it's gonna be $5,037 minus your admission scholarship. Let me a little bit change the screen so you can see, and here you can receive from 30 up to 100% of admission scholarship. So what is admission scholarship? This is basically a discount to the first for the first semester tuition. So if you have a minimum level of English proficiency, this is which is required to enter the program, and this would be IELTS 5.5, TOEFL IBT 61, Cambridge exam B2 level, or there is one test online that we accept to Duolingo test 85. Those who are in the English education understand that this is not a very big level. So this level is usually required, for example, for what is the preparation year in Canada? Preparation year for the university. Right, Irina? This is not a big deal, IELTS 5.5. So Duolingo test we also accept starting from the pandemic, and it's easy to do Duolingo online, and it's only $40. So we will need to see one of those certificates because this is one of the criteria which is taken into account when we assign an admission scholarship for you. So again,
Ksenia, one sec, let me add, please, that for all our students who will apply to your university, we will give them the free certificate for Duolingo. All of them will receive the free certificate for Duolingo.
And if you have Duolingo 85 or higher, it doesn't matter what would be your grades, you will receive at least 30% of the, it's guaranteed. for Ukrainian students, at least 30% of the discount you will receive. And then it depends on your previous education. For bachelor degree, we need a high school certificate. If you are still studying at high school, then we will calculate your admission scholarship according to your preliminary grades. So before you finish high school, you will know, you will have an offer from the university, and you will know how much you're going to pay and how much going to be your admission scholarship. For example, you have IELTS 6.5, and your grade is something like, say, B or B+. Irina, what is B and B+ in the Ukrainian grading system?
B, it's mean you are study, guys, higher than 9. 9?
No,
And-
9, it's A already, I guess. What you have,
No,
10-point
no.
grades or 12-point
this is
grades?
8, this is a 10, 11, 12. B, this is a 4, 9. Oh, you see, and it means 7, 8, 9. It will be B. Yes, 7, 8, 9. It will
7,
be
8,
B.
9. So
Yes.
your average grade is 7, 8, 9. I would say between 8 and 9. Between 8 and 9, and your IELTS is 6.5. And you have your portfolio. By portfolio, I mean you have some sports achievement, volunteering experience, you know a little bit of foreign languages except English, for example, a little bit of French or a little bit of German. You have the certificate. You had working experience, or I don't know, internship experience. You participated in international events or regional events like Olympiads, speech contests, and so on and so on. Music education you have. So with Irina, we work on your portfolio, and the portfolio also adds 10-15% to your admission scholarship. So if you are the candidate with the 6.5 and with 8 to 9 grade from the high school with a little bit of portfolio, you can receive from 50 to 65% of the tuition charge. If this is 50, then instead of 5,037 for this bachelor program, you will pay 2,500 US dollars. I don't remember, Darina, how much did she get last semester? 55, I guess, no? I don't remember the admission scholarship. Darina. Irina, do you remember?
I think that from the beginning she received the 70%.
Yeah, probably, exactly. Her Duolingo was good. Yeah.
Yes.
70% means that you will pay only 30%.
Let me add a little about portfolio, because you know this is something untypical for our guys. Шановні гості, трохи про портфоліо. Не обов'язково ви зняли всі зірки з неба, але ви приймали участь в олімпіадах. Ви отримували там, наприклад, взагалі приймали участь, не обов'язково ви отримали перше-друге місце на олімпіаді. Ви, можливо, приймали участь в науковій малій академії, писали якісь реферати, виступали з цими рефератами, у вас є сертифікати, які підтверджують. Дуже гарно, якщо ви приймали участь у дебатних клубах, якщо ви займаєтесь спортом і показуєте якісь результати. Не обов'язково ви переможники олімпіад, але ви показували результат на міському рівні. Те, що стосується волонтерського вашого досвіду. На сьогодні вся Україна – це великий волонтерський хаб. Тому з приводу цього я впевнена, що кожен з вас робить якусь справу на своєму місці. Ми маємо ще громадську організацію «Свідома освіта». Якщо вам потрібно буде сертифікат, ми вирішимо, ви нам презентуєте свій досвід, який ви маєте, а ми допоможемо вам з отриманням сертифікату, щоб підтвердити ваш волонтерський досвід. Стосовно іноземних мов, дуже гарно пані Ксенія зазначила, що було б гарно, якщо ви, наприклад, зараз перебуваєте в Європі, в Словаччині, в Польщі, в Німеччині, в будь-якій країні, ви там проходите якісь курси, або ви приймаєте участь у мовних програмах, будь-що, будь-який документ, який буде підтверджувати, що ви на якомусь рівні хоча б володієте іншою іноземною мовою. Окрім того, ми всі вже з вами давно володіємо українською, російською, не обома мовами ми однаково пишаємося, але володіємо, і це так само факт, і ми можемо додавати це до нашого портфоліо. А якщо ви додасте ще якісь мови, які ви вивчили в школі, окрім англійської, чи той досвід, який ви зараз маєте за кордоном, якщо ви перебуваєте за кордоном, це так само додасть вам балів. Не бійтесь стосовно портфоліо, не буде там нічого такого, що прямо у вас немає. Все це у вас вже є. Просто потрібно достати цю вашу унікальність і презентувати її світу. Все на цьому. А це додає вам дуже високих балів в отримання стипендії, за що ми і боремося. Якщо ми порівняємо, наприклад, вибачте, пані Ксенія, трошки додам стосовно вартості української. Якщо ми порівняємо вартість навчання, наприклад, навіть в польських університетах, і ви отримали в університеті знижку 50%, наприклад, то це вже, дивіться, 6400, 50% знижка на рік, то ми платимо $3200 американських за рік навчання, на секундочку. То це вартість європейських університетів. Але якщо ми порівняємо зараз перспективи, які ми маємо по працевлаштуванню в Європі, то ми маємо 13,5 мільйонів українських біженців в Європі. Ринок праці просто обвалився. У нас навіть зараз деякі студенти, які навчаються в закордонних університетах і розуміють, що вони будуть там випускатися за рік чи за два, обговорюють з нами питання переводу в Корею, для того, щоб вони для того, щоб вони мали роботу в першу чергу. І як пані Ксенія зазначила раніше, то мінімальна зарплата дає вам можливість не просто виживати в цій країні, а ви можете нормально жити і ще й відкладати якісь кошти. В середньому десь $1000 можете відкладати. Тому, будь ласка, звертаю вашу увагу на Корею як можливість, перше, здобуття освіти за адекватними коштами, друге, здобуття взагалі унікального інноваційного досвіду. Уявіть, це країна зовсім з іншою культурою. Який досвід ви отримаєте, які челенджі ви пройдете для себе, що є дуже цікавим. А окрім того, ви вивчите корейську мову. Що дуже важливим, додайте в своє резюме. І уявіть собі, навіть ви прийшли на англійську програму, все навкруг вас корейською. Окрім того, університет дає вам безкоштовні курси корейської мови. Та ви будете native speaker за 3-4 роки. Ви будете розмовляти на дуже гарній корейській мові. Що збільшить ваші шанси, наприклад, отримати роботу в корейських компаніях за кордоном. Тому що, якщо ми подивимося зараз, в будинку кожного з нас є кусочок Кореї, Samsung, Hyundai, що ще, пані Ксенія, нагадайте мені, будь ласка, які бренди?
Cosmetics, right?
Косметика, да, білизна жіноча,
Kia, LG.
Kia. Да, всі ми маємо, і всі вони мають свої офіси в Європі. Як ви думаєте, кого вони будуть запрошувати туди на керівні посади? А вже ж студентів, які будуть розуміти хоча б Корею, хоча б будуть розуміти культуру Кореї. І таким чином ви зможете поєднати в собі, знаєте, і культуру, і ментальність європейської розуміння ринку, і як ви будете просувати чи послуги, чи товари, чи будь-що, якщо ви працюєте, в залежності від того, в якій компанії ви працюєте. І в той же час ви будете розуміти корейську ментальність, тому що за 4 роки навчання та перебування там ви однозначно все це зрозумієте і для себе зробите, по-перше, дуже великий стрибок в розумінні diversity, тому що коли ви знаходитеся в цьому міжнародному середовищі, уявіть, скільки різних думок на вирішення однієї тієї самої проблеми, бо всі люди мають різний бекграунд, різні знання, культурні особливості. Я сама захоплююсь, коли працюю з іноземними студентами. Вони дають такі рішення, які я не бачу з свого боксику української ментальності, розумієте? І це є дуже важливим. І ви навчитесь саме цьому. Пані Ксенія, було ще питання від Віки. Чи можна працювати протягом навчання?
Так, розумію. So you can start working in Korea. It's the requirement is the same as it's in Germany for the international students. For the first semester, you cannot work. Because we need to see your grades and the assessment and the grading system in Korea, 20% of that, it's your attendance of the classes. If you are not attending well, it reflects on your grades, and then the immigration system will see, okay, this person came here not for studying, but for working. However, after the first semester, you can start working inside the campus or outside of the campus. We try to employ our students, precisely the ones who need to work because of their financial situation or, other circumstances. So up to 100 job places per semester we offer. You can work per month 80 hours, 80, which is 20 hours per week. So, наприклад, for example, it's Friday, from Monday to Friday afternoon or morning, or the whole weekend. And the minimum wage per hour would be $8.5 US. This is the minimum level per hour that you can earn according to Korean legislation. It doesn't mean that you have to earn this. For example, after the first year of my studies in Korea, I did the internship in one of the corporations, and these internships are still existing. And I received something like $1.8 thousand US, and it was 10 years ago. So $1.8 thousand US per month. So usually students try to work during the semester a little bit less, starting from the second semester, and more during the semester break. And we have a very extensive winter semester break. So, for example, last week, students were free of classes already. The full semester ended. So it's December 16th, December 17th, you're done with your full semester. And their next semester will start on March 2nd. So see, 2.5 months you have. Either you can travel, or you can go back to see your family, friends, or you can work in Korea. If you find something outside of the campus, then you bring the agreement with the employer, and our student services will check the agreement whether it's fine and legal, and you are secured under this agreement, and you have the authorization or consent from the immigration system. Then they put this on your ID card in Korea, and you can work. As for the remote work, online work that you do, many of you, I guess, are doing at the moment. You, for example, doing translation jobs, or you're doing SMM, or you're doing private lessons and so on, tutoring and so on and so on. And it's not related to Korea. So the employer or the person that you are receiving money from are not Koreans, then you can do that from the day one. The internet is very well established in Korea. You can do it from the dormitory, you can do it from any park, you can do it from any coffee shop, and it's common in Korea when you sit in the coffee shop, buy one Americano or one glass, I don't know, water, and you work for 3-4 hours. This is fine. Daria, what requires 100%? You're welcome, Vika. What requires 100% of scholarship? Well, frankly speaking, usually for SolBridge, students receive the highest I saw last semester was 90%. To receive 100%, your grade should be A+. You should have an excellent portfolio, and you should have IELTS above 8.0. Sometimes, 8.0 and an excellent interview. Then you can receive 100%. What is the typical case? So, for example, that like our student Darina from Ukraine, so she received 70%. I am not sure what kind of grade she received for this semester. For example, during the bachelor program, you study 6 courses, from 5 to 6 courses per semester. That means that your workload would be maximum 22 lecture hours per week. So if you do these courses for A+, which is 4.5 during your first semester, next semester you don't pay at all to ours. Or if you do these courses maximum is 4.0 again, and you do these courses for average grade 3.6, then you will maintain your admission scholarship. So if you received at the beginning 50%, then next semester you will receive again 50%. So there are lots of some examples when students enter the university with 50% of admission scholarship, 60% of admission scholarship, and then they increase during their studies. So what happened if you all of a sudden lost the scholarship? So your grades are less than 3.6 out of 4.0 after the first semester, 4.5, after the first semester. And there are different cases. One case I have at the moment, it's an Armenian girl. Her parents are separated. The dad is in Odessa. At the moment, mom is in Armenia. Dad has difficulties to sponsor her because online banking system is not regularly working in Ukraine, you know, and it's difficult to send regularly big amounts of money for abroad. So her sponsor is her mom. Mom at the moment had a heart stroke, and the students was not able to pay for her current semester. So what we did, we applied instead of her for need-based scholarship. If the grades are not good, the students can receive 30% of discounts if they can prove that they lost the sponsor or the parents, lost their income. In special cases, up to 50% students can receive. For example, we had the case when the student lost both parents within 6 months. So it's case by case, but still you can receive at least 30% of discounts regardless of your grades. Second thing that we help with is that from the second semester, you can apply for payment in installments, which means that you have the payment schedule and you will not need to pay the whole tuition before the start of the semester. During the semester, up to the end of the semester, you will pay portions by portions. And of course, depending on if the student is good and the attitude is good, we take the case to the admission scholarship committee, and we also find job for this kind of students. This is it, basically. So again, 100% it should be an excellent candidate. Let me show you graduate programs and talk about the case that I have at the moment. We have a couple of students from Ukraine that already joined for spring semester. So the only thing is that they need to apply for visa at the moment. Yeah, these are the numbers for graduate program. Please do not be shocked. For example, it's a new again tuition and Master of Business Administration, MBA. It's the whole amount of money. You pay for the whole program. Again, you pay per semesters. And here you have lots of chances to receive higher scholarships. For example, we have a student who is a bit above the usual age. So she's 36 years old. She has a bachelor specialist degree from Ukraine with the grade something like 8.5. Her English level would be, let me remember, something like Duolінgo 115, which is slightly above 6.5, close to 7.0 in IELTS. She has, of course, extensive working experience, but not like in big corporations. She did her business, she studied a little bit Korean, she studied in Korea for language training for 6 months and so on. And the language and the average score, grades are not that very excellent. However, she has got how much? 60% of admission scholarship. So which means that for this program, Master of Science, this one, she will pay only 40% for her first half of the year. Portfolio was good and her interview was very good. That's it. Let me talk. So it's very easy for MBA program of a Master of Science to receive something like at SolBridge, say 70%, if your English is fine. And I don't say that we have special scholarships for Ukrainian students because, for example, at SolBridge International School of Business, we have 75% of international students from all over the world, from the countries that also go in under the unfortunate war experience, and so on. So we cannot solely provide admission scholarships and say, so these are the scholarships for Ukrainian students. However, because it goes case by case and it goes through the admission committee, admission committee and admission scholarship committee take it into consideration, your circumstances. So they are in favor to offer you more scholarship than say for the other students, depending on your performance during the online interview. Also, it's 10-15 minutes only. However, as for the application fees, these are $50 just to file the application for the program. They are waived for Ukrainian students. Let's talk about the other expenses that you will have to pay. So in terms of living expenses, to feel more or less comfortable, you will need something like 300-400 at least US dollars per month in Korea. It's the same amount to rent an apartment if you want to live outside of the campus. Also, additional expenses would include national health insurance. It's something like, I put it for the year of 2023, a little bit, I assume it's going to be a little bit less, something like $43-44 US per month. It will also give you an opportunity to do a health checkup for free within this health insurance. We have another insurance, a private one at the moment is $48 US per year to cover you before, to cover you on the, say, for the services that are not covered by the national health insurance, and to cover you during your first month, because the national health insurance doesn't work for the first month. You have to be registered in the immigration system so that this national health insurance can start working. So you can, for the first year, you can benefit of the double insurance. If you stay in the dormitory, and the dormitory are provided for almost everybody, so I would say business school is giving dormitories to all undergraduate and graduate students too. Other programs only for undergraduates, and the dormitory would be a little bit more expensive than 1.1 thousand US dollars. This is for one semester. And it's double placement with a WC and shower room inside the dormitory. Of course, it's semi-furnished, and the dormitory has kitchen inside, and cafeteria, and student lounges, and laundries, and laundry drying rooms, and sport facilities, and so on. We attract students 2 times a year. So if you miss, for example, the spring intake, the deadline is the end of December, then you can apply for fall. And the fall semester will start from January. So basically, it's open already. You can try filing the application, and we recruit the applications till the end of June. Question I have. Vika, it depends. If we talk about the dormitory, then it's 2 person in 1 room. If we talk about the apartments, it's a 1-room apartment or studio. The difference is that in studio, your kitchen area is not separated from your living area, and 1-room apartment when the kitchen is separated. So according to Korean legislation, depending on the size of the room, if you rent the room, 2 persons. So it's, I gave you a little bit exaggerated prices for that I calculated a little bit of the, I would say, inflation, right? But at the moment, the most expensive apartment, 1-room apartment with a separate kitchen, we have, I just spoke to a French student, so he rents it for 360,000 Korean won, which is something like 320 US dollars per month. Gas he's paying separately. Internet, electricity, water is included. And to rent the place in Korea, so 2 persons can live in this 1-room apartment. We have lots of international students. The students tell me that these days, real estate agents, because you can rent the place legally only through the real estate agencies. There are lots of them in the vicinity of the campus. If the place is located near the campus, then the agencies will not take from you any service fees. So they will find a place for you for free. The only thing is that in Korea, you have to pay a deposit. It's a refundable one. So for example, minimum is 1,000 US dollars or 1 million Korean won, so it's roughly $800. The bigger the deposit, the cheaper would be your rent. So that guy who rents the place for 320 US dollars, he paid 2,000 US dollars deposit. It would be refundable by the end of the contract. Usually the contract is signed for 1 year. Well, I know the students who live in the shared apartment, 1-room apartment with the separate kitchen, and it's a little bit bigger, so the rent price would be something like 350, 360 US dollars. So if you divide it into 2, you will assume that 180 they're paying for the apartment, basically. And there are lots of new apartments, so they grow like mushrooms in the vicinity of the campus again, because last fall, 3,000 students joined the university, half of them were foreigners. And they would like to stay outside of the dormitory. Dormitory, it's compulsory for bachelor students because they're young and we are responsible legally for them. They stay in the dormitory for 1 semester. It is compulsory for them. And then after the first semester, they can move out to a private apartment. Okay. I think I covered that, right?
Mhm.
Okay, then.
Ksenia, let me ask our guests, люди, які маєте питання, шановні гості, будь ласочка, або запишіть ці питання, починайте їх записувати, будь ласочка, в чаті. Або якщо ви маєте, ось дивіться, які гарні презентації у пані Ксенії стосовно конкретних програм. Можливо, у вас є питання прямо до конкретної програми, то маємо зараз унікальну нагоду задати і безпосередньо пані Ксенії отримати дуже-дуже детальну відповідь. І звертаю вашу увагу. Пані Ксенія, а можете повернутися на попередній слайд, будь ласочка? Ні, там, де були перелік, наступний. Наступний, там, де ось перелік. Software Innovation Specialization. Подивіться, які суперські спеціалізації. Взагалі, це те, що на сьогодні рухає всім світом. Якщо ми взагалі говоримо про штучний інтелект, про інновації, це те, що рухає світом на сьогодні.
No, this is for the employment. This is number 1. See, Korea during the pandemic hired 600 young graduates from business schools and IT specializations. And at the moment, the government is implementing a strategic plan of integrating artificial intelligence in every field in the country. It's already working. However, they're lacking international specialists themselves. 20,000 people they're lacking. So basically, this is the direct employment. And Koreans are very again, I'm going to say a very down-to-earth people. So they understand, okay, our nation is not able to study foreign languages as, for example, Europeans people can do. So in order to make businesses efficient and their projects efficient and earn from these businesses, they hire lots of foreigners because we speak lots of languages. So if you join the university and you graduate from the school, so you will need to know conversational Korean. Nobody will ask you to produce, I don't know, papers or reports in Korean language. Korean language you will need to communicate between the departments of the company you work in. Your main language would be your mother tongue, most probably, and English, and the other language that you use. And nobody hires translators these days. So they prefer to hire multi-players, as I called it. So you have a major in IT or in business, so you have hard skills and you have good soft skills. That means that you have you know how to communicate in different languages. So, and in this case, if you have two candidates, one local, one international, they will hire international because they understand that to do businesses efficiently abroad, we need the representatives of those countries. Traditionally, East European specialists, they have a very good reputation. There are lots of Ukrainians working in Korea, in Samsung, for example, in LG and so on. And lots of successful stories, as far as I can hear at the moment. So it's a great chance for us to start our career from a very high level. Nobody tells you that you have to stay in Korea for the whole of your life. You know, after 2 years of experience, you can relocate. 2 years of working experience will give you a chance to apply for the residentship, and the residentship will free you from any employment visa. So you can do your own businesses, or you can find job and, you know, quit the job or go home and so on and so on. There are many, many cases of this kind. Okay. Do Ukrainians need to provide bank account? Yes, Daria. It's not only Ukrainians, it's everybody. The exception is those who are applying through the KGSP program. This is Korean governmental scholarship program, because the government and the university are the sponsors of yours, so you don't need to do that. However, $20K US or its equivalent in hryvnia or euros or any other currency, this is the requirement for the universities located in Seoul. We are not located in Seoul, so it's not 20, it's 18. There are new requirements at the moment for international students. You have to send this hard copy of bank statement by the time you have the offer and you paid already for the first semester. So by the time we create a visa support document package for you. So we will proceed with your application and you will have admission scholarship and you'll see how much you're going to pay before you provide this bank statement. It's a great opportunity for you just to see how much would be the offer and then decide whether you join or not, or you don't join. If you have paid already for that, then and you change your mind before the start of the semester, then we will refund 100%. Or you decide to withdraw before the start of the semester, it's going to be 100% of refund. If you decide to cancel your admission within the first month of the semester, then you will receive 90% of your tuition back. So yes, bank statement is still needed, and you will need it. We will need it to produce visa support documents for you. Maybe Consulate of Republic of Korea will ask you to update your bank statement. However, you don't have to show 3 months of the bank transaction in this paper. So I don't have to off record, right? I don't have to tell this, but usually you allocate your funds precisely for the period of time before you receive your visa. And then after you receive your visa, you can manage your account and use the money that you allocated for this account. This is it. Okay.
Шановні гості, які ще маєте питання? Якщо у вас, наприклад, питання виникнуть трохи пізніше після нашої презентації, і ви захочете детально обговорити спеціальності або розглянути ваше портфоліо і зрозуміти, як ми далі можемо рухатися, будь ласка, моя колега у нас в чаті зараз залишить всі наші контакти, ви можете зв'язатися будь-який час з нами, і ми обговоримо конкретний кейс. І допоможемо вам обрати і спеціальність, і потім зв'яжемося з пані Ксенією, щоб обговорити можливості того, яку стипендію, наскільки ваш кейс сильний, як ми можемо його посилити, як можемо збільшити, що зробимо для того, щоб збільшити відсоток вашої стипендії. Ми завжди раді стати корисними.
So if you are interested in one of the programs, first, I advise you to go on the web page and try to explore, and on the social networks, YouTube and so on, explore everything that you can. And then we can schedule a separate meeting where we can calculate, as Irina said, approximate amount of your scholarship so you can plan your finances. You can see the joining or not joining the program. The last thing that I would like to cover is that we have a quite vibrant international students' life on campus. Again, this is the most diverse university in terms of the international community. We have students from Muslim countries, we have students from Jerusalem, we have students of different confessions, different ages, different backgrounds. It doesn't matter what are your beliefs. It matters. What I mean is that we do not make an emphasis on your religious preferences, national identities, and so on. To celebrate your national identity, we have Culture Day. We do that on the city level. This time we have a gala concert. Moreover, you will be sponsored financially to represent your country. If you have a team to represent Ukrainian country, then you will receive something like $700 to do that properly. We have sports days. Every campus is free of religious and political discourse. And it applies also to the professorship. We communicate with our students, and we hear something inappropriate, something like stereotyping or something like this, then we say goodbye to those professors. We have a counseling sessions. If you need a counselor, a psychological counselor, you can do that also for free and anonymously. We do have all academic advisors and career development center. They will help you to start your career development from the day one. If you would like to join any of the study abroad program, if you join the program and you like everything, but you would like to try the other educational system in Europe or in the States, for example, you can participate either in exchange or dual degree program, and we have a specialist that would counsel you on that, calculate your budget and so on. We do have different workshops with the employers as they are in Korea, with international employers. We do have job fairs on campus where you can polish your resume or ask about trends in job market if you are graduating. And let me talk about a little bit about your plans after the graduation. So to join the program, you will need study visa D2. It's given for up to 2 years. I guess you will have it as everybody for 1 year first, and then our student service will help you to extend it internally in Korea. After the graduation, you will have a job seeking visa. It's given from 6 months up to 2 years, depending on your grades and your finances. You can leave the country, you can stay in the country, but every 6 months you have to visit the country to maintain this visa. Once you find your dream employer, then he if the company would sponsor you an E-type visa. After the 2 years, you can apply for the long-term residency permit. And the only difference with the citizenship would be that you cannot take part into the presidential electives. As for the National Council, you can do that. And Regional Council, you can do that, but you can do your business. Again, you are not dependent on the working visa at all. So we spent our first after the pandemic semester. PCR tests are not required to enter the country. No quarantine also. If you got flu in Korea, then if it's coronavirus or an A-type flu, your medical expenses will be half 50% covered by the government. What else? For example, we have 24 clubs of interest. So students have a very vibrant social life. One of the most famous, I would say, is a business debate society. It is coached by the Harvard Law School graduate. We have 2 champions of Asian debates on campus, 3 finalists of the world debates. These guys travel a lot, and the university sponsors this. And this is a very good opportunity to join you from the scratch, to develop your negotiation skills and the language too for free. Let me show you the other clubs, like sports clubs, cheerleading clubs, volunteering clubs are also, you can join. This is how the university looks like. Precisely, this is business school. So we have swimming pool, sauna, gym here, library, coffee shop, convenience store, cafeteria, and the restaurant inside one building. And this is the dormitory. And I guess this is all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you very much.
Дуже дякуємо вам, пані Ксенія, і дуже дякуємо за те, що ви розумієте українську.
Приємно.
Декілька слів було приємно від вас почути українською. Добре, шановні гості, скажіть, будь ласка, які ви маєте питання? Давайте задамо їх пані Ксенії і відпустимо її відпочивати з родиною.
Відпочивати, I don't think so. I'll work. It's the hottest. This is the hottest period at the moment. In 1 week, we're finalizing the intake for the spring. So I have to up to 100 applications that I have to look through at the moment. Yeah. It's good, you know. It's popular. Korea is very popular at the moment. Very popular.
Of course, I think because of the opportunity for the job, you know.
Job opportunities, safety, services, medical services. By the way, this beauty industry, it's one of the most popular job placement at the moment. They're hiring like crazy international specialists. And it's also, you're benefiting from this industry too. Gaming industry too. Entertainment industry too, everything related to business and innovation. In business, these are hot places, I would say. Again, during the pandemic, lots of foreigners left the country. Understandable. And because Korean economy works a lot with the foreigners, they're lacking international specialists. So they're attracting a lot. If you know somebody has excellent academic performance, you know, and PhD, we can hire as a professor, for example. So lots of job opportunities. That's correct.
Okay, great. Thank you so much again. As I see, we don't have any questions in chat. It's mean you will cover it all main information. Окей, дуже дякуємо вам, друзі, за участь сьогодні. Запис цього вебінару з'явиться на нашому каналі. Буквально вже за декілька днів ви можете його переглянути і повернутися до нас зі своїми питаннями. Якщо потрібно посилання на сайт університету, ви не можете знайти. Будь ласка, звертайтеся, вся необхідна інформація. Погуляйте по інтернету, подивіться сайт університету, вивчіть уважно. Якщо потрібна допомога з підбором програм, будь ласка, звертайтесь. Будь-яка допомога на етапі пошуку і потім на етапі аплікаційної форми і особливо портфоліо. З радістю станемо корисними. Дякуємо ще раз, пані Ксенія, вам.
Thank you very much for your time again. I wish you a safe end of the year, and I hope that the war will end very soon. So please take care. And I would like you to believe in yourself, even in this situation. You can do everything. If you have a dream, you can really do everything. And Irina and me will try our best to guide you in the direction. If you choose our university for education. Thank you very much. Stay safe.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoy your evening. Дякуємо, шановні друзі. Гарного всім вечора і до нових зустрічей.